Alright, boys. A lot of the times when I'm playing Apex, I'll get I'll get compliments. You're playing, you're doing things. I'll get compliments from my teammates about like, oh whoa, your aim is so good, or like, well, you don't get it that much now, and skill-based matchmaking where you get offense. But back to this story. Like, I remember just like starting out and being just like so terrible, and like just absolutely like wanted to throw my mouse. And in fact I did once, but that's a story for another video. Yeah, like just being so like bad, and like always getting destroyed, and it felt really hard, and it's good enough so I can feel confident in fights, and I get those compliments. So in this video today, I'm just gonna show you guys the process that I go through to get a fairly decent EM, and maybe you can get some compliments too, guys. We are back. Time lapse, YouTube time lapse. Um, yeah, we are back. It's night now. Um, I did in fact go pick up. Just went out for a while, pick up, got the new mouses I was telling you guys about, and yeah. So let's get back into it, and let's show you what this method is all about. So I'll be actually using the method to make sure I get back that great aim, because I'll be coming back to like potato aim basically, since new equipment. Like I said, for this you want to take up the gun that you're usually using for mid to long range, right? If usually that's like a R99, R301, a wingman. um Honestly, what other guns are there? But I'm kidding. But like, yeah, you already have a kind of biologically preset, um how do you say, like god mode aim within you. I know that sounds like the most like meta bullshit ever, but I swear to you, it's true, right? It's just that you have to find the sensitivity that unlocks that, right? And the way you do that is by um measuring effort and continual testing. But there is a method to this, so I want to show you guys how I you need to like, how do you say, you need to be able to flick. I'm using flick very loosely here, guys. You need to be able to flick, as in like 1 2, right? 1 2 with, with like on specific targets with as little effort as possible, right? Meaning you're not trying very hard to make that flick happen, right? Like the ideal amount of effort that you should be putting in to make that happen is none. Meaning, how you do this in firing range, right, is firstly you get your gun, right, and you should get the sights that you're used to as well. I'm pro, guys, so I use iron sights, but you should get like the, if you use the red dot for this, you should get the red dot. I genuinely use the iron sights and prefer the iron sights of this gun, so I'm gonna be using the iron sights. But if you're a red dot person, then you should definitely get like the red dot. Define, you're gonna use these two targets here, like this guy and this guy, like these two guys beside each other in the middle here, and you're gonna standing in the middle here, um yeah, in the middle here, or about, here's a, you want to be able to move from this to 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 this with minimal effort and minimal adjusting, right? Like you guys saw a while ago, and this is what you should be looking out for. You saw a while ago I tried to flick here, like just now, and I ended up here and I had to readjust here. Like that's how you know I'm putting in too much effort, right? Like my natural instinct did not get me there, right? That tells me that something about my aim is off, right? First, right, do this first before you do all that. You want to make sure that you're looking absolutely dead center of monitor, right? No, you want, what I mean by that, I mean you need to make sure that you're, if you move away your face and bring it back, like whatever you see as the center of your monitor is actually the center of your monitor. A trick that I like to do, and old CSGO guys that all CSGO guys know this one. Right here, cross here, center of screen. Put your finger to where you think the center of your monitor is, and then like compare to like actual results. Right now, I can see you're dead center, guys. You always want that. Okay. These are like I know it looks like I'm being like super weird and anal, but these are like the small 1 to 2%. Like, by the way, this for example isn't like 1%, but like these are like the small 1 to 2 improvements in in aim and setup that create like a 1% improvement in how quickly you aim, and like the responsiveness and accuracy of your aim has exponential effects in game, right? Because that's a few bullets more into the guy, which is like more health than you have on the guy, that puts you at an advantage that has the guy running away from you as opposed to you running away from him, or you both being trading health some more, which okay. So now back to our method. All right, so now we're gonna try this again, we're gonna try this again. It's going from target to target. And I can still see that I feel like I'm struggling, right? Let me try that. I still feel like I'm struggling. I feel like it's still too much work. It's actually the one that we care about a lot, but the hip fire is super telling, right? Like how I'm measuring like how much energy am I putting in here, like how much effort is it costing me to like move from target to target, where am I constantly missing? I see that I constantly miss when I'm trying to go from here to here with this guy. That could be just an off angle, a blind spot in my aim, like, but at least I know that, right? And I'm optimizing this all the time for the best that I can get out of it. You need to, don't just, I was doing the hip fire, so I was just doing the whole body. When you're doing the ADS now, actually go like aim for the center one, right? Because that's what you're gonna be, that's gonna be the size of the target when you're actually in playing. Okay, so this does feel like I'm putting in too much effort. It feels like just the sensitivity is too high. Again, could be because of the mouse pad change. So I'm just gonna lower it by a little bit too, because it feels like I'm a little bit, whenever I need to be able to make these movements while just like not thinking, right? I need to be able to do this automatically, like without effort whatsoever, right? So I'm moving it now, and I'm getting there, but it just feels like it's taking too much work, right? You want to avoid that. Like, it should take no work from blah 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 blah. And let's see how that fares for this most one. And you want to spend some time here, guys. You want to spend some time here and give these like a fair shot, right? I can tell that I'm doing a little bit better now. Okay, or it feels like I'm doing a little bit better. Could be placebo, but it does feel like, I feel like a 0.2 movement would be fantastic, or a 0.1 movement. Let's try 0.54. Go to the I want to go to second in the middle. You make a movement. If it immediately hits, then you're good, right? And you just keep tweaking and tweak it to get it better. You say, all right, ADS, I want to go to sec. I want to go to left. I want to go to left directly in the middle. You make that movement and see how much that takes, right? And you measure how much effort that was taking you, and you try again. Okay, is this sense first? Okay. Let's try 0.5 to 0.56. So okay, do you see that, guys? You see that? That's much better than what we had before. Okay, much better than what we had before. Okay, and now I'm gonna keep doing this like a lot and like all the time until I get it perfect, right? And I'm gonna actually try this out in game, right? You guys will know, like, guys, when you're optimizing your aim, you need to not care about stats. I'll go into a game and only run around with a pistol and not shoot at the guy, because I just want to track and see if I'm tracking him well. Okay, I just want to see if I'm tracking well. That's the only thing I care about, right? So I'm gonna go in game and test this right now. um I'm going to go in game and test this right now, but this is the method, guys. You want to spend time, feel how much energy it's taking you. I know this is kind of meta, and I know it's like it's kind of hard because I can't tell you how I'm feeling, how I'm feeling about the effort that I'm putting. It's not something that I can like measure and like show you, but it is just me like like instinctually what's that I want the minutes, guys. Like, you don't spend hours and hours and hours in Kovacs when you can come in here and optimize and tweak and adjust your sensitivity for and to see immediate results, and then test them in game to see if they actually work instead of in some other environment. Okay, this is the method, guys. Yeah, and just so you guys know how far I took this to when I was really dialing in my aim with my previous setup. My the default the default DPI of my mouse was 1800 DPI. That's just what it was. And I tweaked and tweaked and tweaked, and I had some good sensitivity, and I realized that I just couldn't get it in Apex, right? I couldn't get it right in Apex. I needed like a small turn down or a turn up or a turn down that I just couldn't get in Apex. So I went in and I changed my DPI by like 50 points, guys. Right? Think about that. Right? 50 points, and it made a huge difference for me, right? Like, remember, like, when you're adjusting your aim, everything is like a compounding interest, right? So take it seriously, guys. This is the method. Measure how much effort it takes you to move from A to B to C, A to B to C, A to B to C, ADS and dip fire, guys. Put special attention on the ADS. Do them both. You should be able to move this fucking mouse to like the target that you want with like a Jedi fucking might. Like, I should be able to push this thing and tell like how much force I like force. Okay. All right. So yeah, guys, that's the method. I'm gonna hop in game and test this out and see if this mouse pad is it or not. I do this right now.